Hey, thanks for everyone for joining this live stream. I know it started off later than I wanted it to, but the weather was not cooperating. But it seems like the clouds are clearing up now, and we're currently looking at Mars. And I don't know if you can hear the drumming off in the distance. There's some kind of Halloween pagan ritual going on, I think. So I might mute myself, but I'll check back in a little bit. But there's Mars right there. You can make out some of the surface detail. That's a cloud came back through. You can't really see any of the polar ice caps anymore. You could like mid-October, but I think it's receding. Although it actually towards the top, well, the top and the bottom, the north and south poles of Mars, you can make out just a little bit of white, and that's the polar ice caps there, which is pretty cool. Well, I guess if you have a question, you can just unmute yourself.
Right? I want to know who the cute little kid is. Ying.
Oh, is that Bo?
I think so. Oh, well,
Yeah. Hey, Ying Ying, is that Bo that we heard earlier?
Yeah, now he has a question for you. Okay, now you can hear.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
You might have to translate for me, Ying Ying. It's like all this drumming out here in the background, so it's hard to hear. Bo, do you think it's pretty cool seeing Mars right now?
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Well, as we're looking at Mars, I have some fun facts for you. Mars, Amy, stop texting me. Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. It's also named after the Roman god of war. Hey, can you guys hear me now?
yes, we can't see anything.
Yeah, I think the connection dropped. Let me try to reshare my screen.
Yeah, we can see.
See it now? Okay.
Don, I don't know if you heard Bo's question, but he wanted to know what you were gonna do.
What am I gonna do? That's a good question. I'm just gonna keep my telescope on Mars for now, and I'm reading off some fun facts. Did you guys hear any of my fun facts?
No.
I didn't. I just logged in from London.
Hey.
London?
Yeah.
Wow. Who's speaking? Because I can't tell. Oh,
It's
Lana.
Lana.
Hi, Lana. How are you?
Hi, Don.
Oh my gosh, long time.
I know, forever. I think I saw you at a reading, though. Did you see American Dreams?
I see American Dreams.
Tamala Woodard directed it. Layla Buck wrote it.
No, I didn't see it.
Where did I see you then? Poop.
I'm sure we saw each other at some reading. Remember readings? Remember gathering at a theater?
Yeah, back in the day. In the olden times.
Yes. Now we all gather on Zoom.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna read these fun facts for you guys.
Okay.
So Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. It's named after the Roman god of war, perhaps for its red hue, which symbolizes blood. The Greek name is Ares, and its two tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, means fear and terror, respectively. It's very, very apropos for Halloween night. Phobos and Deimos refers to the horsemen of Ares, and so it makes an astronomical link to the ancient apocalyptic horsemen. Also, the god of war in Norse mythology is named Tyr, Tyr. And the second day of the week is called Tears Day, or as we know it to be, Tuesday. And also the French word for Tuesday is mardi, which I'm sure everyone knows from like Mardi Gras. And that derives from the Latin phrase Day of Mars. It's extremely cold on the surface of Mars. It has an average temperature of negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit. But on its warmest days, it can get up to about 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually pretty nice. Its tallest volcano is called Olympus Mons, and it's about 3 times higher than Mount Everest. And its biggest canyon is called the Mariner Valley, and it's about 4 miles deep, and it's about 3,000 miles long, roughly spanning the entire United States. And that's all I have for my fun facts.
Those are great facts. Thank you.
You're welcome. Looks like there's some clouds passing over right now, so the moon is kind of disappearing. Just pretend it's a ghost moon.
Did you have any trick-or-treaters?
I did not. How about you?
We had 3, but we didn't have any candy. and then my flatmate went and got candy, and then no one else came.
Oh no.
Because London is not a Halloween, like the UK doesn't celebrate Halloween that big. Like it's not that big a deal. There's no parades, there's none of that stuff. So we thought because of the pandemic that no one would trick or treat. And then these 3 kids showed up, and I felt really bad because I had nothing except a Gray's snack, and it seemed terrible to only give one of them something. So I just was like, I'm so sorry, we don't have anything. And then my flatmate went and got candy, and then no one else came. So we have a lot of gummy bears.
Well, you can never have enough gummy bears, and if it's, if you get to eat it all, then I think that's a win-win.
I know. I guess it worked out. You have such a great view. Where are you in New York City?
I'm in Long Island City.
Nice. I used to live in Greenpoint for 11 years.
Love Greenpoint. We were neighbors basically.
Yeah, man. I was on Franklin Street, one block
Nice.
away from the water.
Greenpoint is just such a charming neighborhood.
It is. It's nice. I mean, it's gotten, the spillover of gentrification from Williamsburg, so it's not as lovely as it used to be, but it still has thankfully the Polish restaurants and things have survived.
Yeah.
And so, some of the culture of the neighborhood hasn't gone anywhere, which is good. But there are a lot more Trustafarians.
Gotcha. Hey guys, I think so we've got a huge cloud that's passing over Mars right now, so we're gonna lose it for a bit. But I think Saturn is still up in the sky, so I'm gonna try to slew the telescope over to Saturn. Okay.
Oh my God, how awesome is your telescope?
It does the job. I'm gonna pull the camera out so the screen might go white. So just adjust your eyes. We're waiting for this cloud to pass, but we have Jupiter in view, hopefully very soon.
Okay,
102 clouds.
No, so many clouds.
He says he doesn't know. He doesn't know how many clouds there are.
For people who have just joined, we were looking at Mars for a little bit, and then that got clouded over. So I started to slew over to Jupiter. Actually, let me readjust Jupiter. Hang on a second. it's really hard getting Jupiter into focus right now because these clouds keep passing over it. But if you look closely, you can start to make out some of the cloud bands. See if I can try to get it more focused.
I see it.
Who wants some fun facts on Jupiter?
I do.
I do.
Next, please.
So Jupiter is 798 million kilometers from Earth. It's roughly, it is the largest planet in our solar system. And in Roman mythology and German paganism, they both equate Jupiter to Thor, the god of thunder, for any Marvel fans out there. And in our calendar, it relates to Thursday or Thor's Day. Jupiter is composed mostly of liquid and gas, and it has no solid surface. It puts out 2.5 times more energy than it takes in. And if Jupiter had any matter on its surface, it would actually generate nuclear reactions, and Jupiter would actually become a star. And so a lot of times Jupiter is referred to as a failed star. Jupiter has a famous great red spot, which you can't really see right now, but that red spot is a 300-year-old cyclone. And also scientists speculate that it rains diamonds on Jupiter. Jupiter has 79 known moons. And regarding these cloud bands, so like the darker ones, the brown ones, they're considered the lowest towards the surface. And then the white ones are a little bit higher. And then if it was a clear night, you can make out some of the red ones, and those are the highest. And so what's really cool is that if you see like these brown bands, you're basically peeking through an open area of like the white clouds, which is, I think, pretty cool. So those are all the fun facts I have for Jupiter.
What was the fun fact about diamonds? I thought you said it rained diamonds on Jupiter, and I know that's not true. So what did you actually say?
No, that is true. Yeah, the kind of particles that gets generated from the Jovian clouds essentially creates these diamonds.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So we'll stay on Jupiter for a little bit, and then I think actually Saturn is in view as well. So I might fly over to Saturn. So I'll probably give Jupiter like another 5 minutes, and I'm going to slew over to Saturn if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, that's great. Thank God, this is so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that it worked out. It's funny because like my itinerary is we're basically working backwards. I originally was going to do Jupiter, Saturn, and then Mars, and then the Moon, and because of clouds, it's all been kind of done in reverse. But you know, it's what you have to do. You have to improvise sometimes. I'm hoping the Moon's going to break through some clouds for tonight, where it's supposed to rise. There's like a huge cloud front right now, so I'm not sure if it's going to happen. But we'll hit Saturn in a few minutes, and then maybe by then, after we spend some time with Saturn, the moon will break through the clouds and we can check out the moon. All right, so we've got Saturn in view. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Beautiful.
There's these really thin, wispy clouds that keep passing right by it. So it's kind of driving me a little crazy. But let me try to recenter it a little bit. It's not a very super clear night. Normally, I can get some pretty good details from it. But still pretty incredible that we can see it.
Yeah. Wow.
It's also Saturn's getting pretty low to the horizon right now. It's about ready to kind of dip behind the New York City skyline, which kind of affects the seeing, the details of Saturn. If it was higher up in the night sky, we'd be able to make out a little bit more detail on the rings, especially. Atlanta, what time is it over there in London?
It is 1:54 a.m.
Whoa, I'm keeping you up late.
I know. I should probably get to bed soon. But this is cool.
Yeah, I'll be recording. I think I'm actually recording the Zoom here. So, yeah, if you have to go to bed, but if you want to, you should be able to rewatch the moon when we get to it.
Nice. Wow. So cool.
All right.
Oh, I'm so glad I got to see this before I go to bed.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
So cool.
This is beautiful. So pretty.
Yeah. Do you got any fun facts about the moon?
Do I? See. So you guys know that this is the first full moon to occur on Halloween since 2001, right?
Oh,
It is 240,000 miles from Earth. The moon orbits the Earth over a period of 29.5 days. Its monthly phases acted as a natural clock for ancient societies, and most human calendar systems are built or contain at least some units based on the moon's orbital period. The English name for Monday derives from an Old English word meaning moon's day.
Mhm.
We always see the same side of the moon due to its rotational and orbital period being the same. And you guys probably already know this, but the moon influences the Earth's tides. The moon's attractive forces pulls Earth's waters both towards and away from the moon, creating a bulge which results in 2 high tides a day. It's also believed that the Earth suffered a giant impact from a Mars-sized object, blasting a chunk of the Earth into space, which then coalesced to form the moon.
Hmm.
Those are my fun facts.
Thank you. How long have you had this telescope?
I got this, I think, like 2 years ago.
What's the power on it?
So it is. It's a Celestron 4 SE. It's a 4-inch, what we call a reflector telescope. We don't really measure things in like magnification.
Mm.
It's more about the focal length and the aperture. So
Oh.
I can look it up for you. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's
No. I was just being nosy and curious. I don't know anything.
No, those are good questions though.
It's a really good telescope. I mean, it's so close.
Yeah, this type of telescope is really good for observing planets and the moon and the sun. Obviously, you need a special filter for the sun. And then I have another telescope that I use for deep sky astrophotography, and that picks up like galaxies and nebulas, which are like much fainter.
Mhm.
So you need like a really fast telescope that can image those objects better. But for this type of telescope, it's really good for for observing solar system objects.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked through a telescope before?
Not a high powered one. Just like, there's short range ones that you put 25 cents in.
Oh. Where are those? I don't know any of those.
Well, just the ones that are like in, nature preserves or
Oh, gotcha.
safaris. There's a San Diego Safari Zoo. They have them. but
Right.
not like moon star telescopes.
Gotcha. There's I'm sure, I mean, there's like astronomy associations all over the world, and I'm sure there are tons in London, but it's a good way to like a lot of times they'll do like free events where open to the public. Well, probably not now, but like once COVID is over, and it's a good way to like just go up and just try out a bunch of different telescopes.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I kind of like the clouds passing over. It's like a little eerie.
Yeah. It's very Halloweeny.
It is.
It's 2:15 a.m. I should probably go to bed.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining and for staying.
Oh my
so
gosh, thanks for doing this. This is super cool. And thanks for letting me talk your ear off. Everyone else is being very quiet and zen, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
That's okay. I need the company. I'm all alone here on my balcony.
Thanks, Dawn.
Yeah,
Stay safe and take care and keep in touch.
you
If
too.
you ever hop over to London, come say hi.
Absolutely. I want to.
I'll take you to afternoon tea at Fordham and Mason. That's my tradition. That's where I
Ooh.
take everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
All right.
All right. Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
Good night.
Bye. For the rest of you who are still here, does anyone have any questions, or do you want to see anything specific on the moon?
What's the deal with the announcement of water on the moon? Is that like something that's visible, or is that like a new crazy thing?
It's not visible. I think they actually discovered water like a couple decades ago. But like the newest announcement is that I believe is that there's more water on the moon than what they originally believed, and I think that the water, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but the water droplets are like contained within some kind of crystals that are on the moon's surface.
Oh, that's cool.
The big thing about it is that it can be stored in a crater as a way that it's going on the way to Mars. That's really kind of why it was exciting, is because the whole Mars mission.
Gotcha.
Hi, John. That's my boyfriend, Nick. We're really enjoying the program.
I was gonna say, I was like, Dana, your voice, it sounds a little low.
I'm just in character for the holiday. Anyway,
Well, hello.
that's nice.
Hello, Dana's boyfriend, and hi, Dana. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna slew around the moon, and unless someone has a specific spot you want me to look at.
Don, do you know any spots where the astronauts landed? Can we see them?
Oh, yes. Let's see if I can find where the Apollo 11 landed. I need to orient myself on let's see. So there's Tycho crater, so I need to work backwards, I think. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so do you guys see this little X? Yes, no?
Yes. I see it. That's super cool.
My favorite part of the moon is right here, this Tycho crater. It's just so huge and so detailed.
How big is the crater?
Oh, that's a really good question. I have no idea. I don't know if you guys were here for my fun facts of the moon, but this is the first full moon to occur on Halloween since 2001. So nice to have the Mission Ditmars co-founders on, all three.
I was actually on before for a while, but I was on the wrong Zoom name as like a trade show name. So that's why.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was like, I'm under AAFP, like random name.
Oh, that was you. I was like,
Yes.
Who's that? Are these? I've got like some Russian troll farm, like
I was
dining
thinking
into my
the troll.
live stream.
Well, you know, they're always trying to ace space travel.
That is true.
Also, you said it was the Tycho crater, Don?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Tycho.
Yes, I looked it up. It's 53.4 miles in diameter.
Nice. 53.
And 2.98 miles deep.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank you.
According to the Google. And also the longitude, whatever that is 12 degrees at sunrise.
The what?
It says the longitude.
Oh, longitude.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I was a theater major, not a scientist.
Did anyone watch any Halloween movies tonight?
I did watch The House with a Clock in Its Walls yesterday, which is kind of scary.
Oh, is that like an old film?
No, it may have been. It's kind of a kids movie, but the amount of walking and talking dolls was like not cool. It's like,
yeah, I can't do dolls. No way.
No, but it came out a couple years ago. It's Jack Black's in it, and it's based on a kid's book.
Really?
I guess, yeah. I was like, there are way too many dolls in here for this to be a kid's movie, but okay.
Yeah. Do you watch those like The Haunting of Hill House or Bly Manor? Do you watch those series at all?
I watched Hill House and it was amazing.
Yeah.
There were no dolls in Hill House. I haven't watched Bly Manor yet, but I will. I was.
Hill House traumatized me. I can't. It's just like so scary. Bly Manor is really good. Bly Manor is like less like jump out and scare you and more like just really, really creepy.
Oh, excellent. I spent this week watching the new Twin Peaks.
The new what?
The new Twin Peaks.
Oh.
So I'm appropriately confused, and now I need something that's not quite so.
I'm one of those people who have only seen like 2 episodes, I think, of Twin Peaks.
I got really excited for the return, and so I watched the original, because obviously you can't watch the new one without the original, except I missed the movie. And so I started watching this one, and I was like, I have no idea. Like, so there's some stuff from the movie that is like pertinent to this show apparently, and I was like, oh, missing that.
You mean Fire Walk with Me?
Yes.
Oh, I remember. I saw that movie. That was a crazy movie.
Apparently so. I was like, oh, David Bowie was in it. There was like some flashbacks in there, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I didn't really understand anything that was going on in that movie, and that's probably because I only watched 2 episodes of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, well, it's also possible that you wouldn't understand it anyway because it's David Lynch and he doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, now I was like, now I have to go back and watch that so I can put together what confused me. But that'll be a project for another time.
Gotcha.
Did you watch any scary movies this week? other than Bly Manor? Blythe Manor?
Yeah, I just finished Bly Manor, and then I actually started watching this series on CBS called Evil. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it, and I was very intrigued about it. Is it good?
It's great, especially if you like The Good Wife and The Good Fight. It's created by the same people, and it's like creepy enough to like just be like fun, but not like it's not like Hill House at all. It's not traumatizing.
Right. Well, because it's cable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can only be so traumatizing before they take it off the air.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a lot of fun. I liked it a lot.
I feel like I put that in my queue on Netflix, like the first season or something.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I also really loved The Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
That's on my list.
It's so I burned through that in like 3 days. It's really good.
Excellent. I have such a lot. I've been using this quarantine to catch up on television that I've missed over the years.
Yeah.
And so I'm also watching Parks and Rec for the first time.
Oh, Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I love that show. I never finished it though. I should go back and finish it.
I've paired it with Ozark. So I'm watching Ozark, and then after I've had enough murder and mayhem, I switch over.
Gotcha. Well, friends, it's 10:30. I think I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and also for being patient. I know you got out to a rocky start because of the weather, but in the end, the clouds cleared up a bit, and we got to see all 4 objects. So I'm really happy about that.
Thank you, John. This has been great.
Absolutely. And I will, if you guys are interested, I'll try to do another one of these at some point as well.
That would be
This was
awesome.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John. It was
All
amazing.
right. Happy Halloween, everyone. Stay safe.
Happy
Bye,
Halloween. Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks.